on. So if he's out there, he'll be watching now.
Oh, excellent.
And it's recording. We always send it to him here, or we can just delete and burn the tape. So, or the, or the disc. So.
Good. Okay. Okay. Thanks, guys, for everybody that came out tonight. At least we don't have the snow and the bad drive like last night. It was awful. But that's all. That's neither here nor there. You're invited here tonight because I'm very excited about what Advocare has to offer. I'm excited about getting in good health, and I just want to tell you a little bit about how I came into contact with Advocare. It was kind of through the back door, actually. My daughter, Kristen, said, "Oh, Mom."
Zoom in on her.
Turn me backwards. Like, look at this here. It's like,
Give me a couple months. She was excited when she found it too.
Oh, she was so excited about Advocare. And I said, "What is Advocare?" And she said, "Oh, Mom, Dave's going to come over. I'm bringing him to your house, and he's going to tell us all about it." She goes, "I got to lose weight. I can't stand my weight anymore. I got to lose it. It's the only thing left. It's all I have left. I've done everything else." I said, "Okay, we'll just come to the house." So it was Sunday afternoon. Dave and Kristen came over, and he started telling us about the product and the background of it. And I said, "Okay, Chris, well, go for it, you know. I will help you out." And she goes, "Well, aren't you going to do it?" And I looked at her and I said, "What? I'm going to do it?"
She lost her weight.
And she goes, "Yeah, Mom, please, I need your help." And I went, okay. Well, now I tried a Spark because Dave did have Spark there that day. So it was making me feel, I mean, I had energy and I felt very calm, but alert. And I said, "Okay, I'll try it with you." So we were able to get our product right away, and I was told we were starting on Thursday. Lo and behold, I'm like a horse out the gate, you know, get me to it, I'm on it, you know. I said, "I'm doing this." So I started, and Dave goes, "Wait a minute, Kristen hasn't started yet." What? Well, too bad, I'm going. So
true. It's like,
yeah.
I've already started. Call her.
So
I needed to be on probiotics for a little bit before that. Hey, he said we got to talk about poop if we're going to be doing this. So there it is. You got to be worried. We all got to poop. That's right.
that's it, yeah, so. Yeah, that too. So I started on the program, and I just felt so much better. I couldn't believe it. And there were some things in, you know, my life and my body. I've dealt with arthritis ever since I came through the chemotherapy for cancer, and I was on 800 milligrams of Motrin once to twice a day for the arthritis, and I didn't even feel like that was touching it. But I just kept taking what I needed to do and taking the vitamins that are out there for us in this 24-day challenge. And suddenly I turned around and realized, wait a minute, I haven't been taking my Motrin. You know, because you just keep going along day by day, you're busy, and suddenly I realized I wasn't taking it. And I haven't had it for 3 weeks now, the Motrin. And I'm really excited about that because it is good for you to take that much all the time, every day. And then I had a dentist appointment. Every 6 months I go to see the dentist, and it's never good news. I have gums that are very tender, and so they have to put the numbing stuff all over the teeth and gums before they can even clean the teeth. And the girl was we were talking, and she's cleaning my teeth, and suddenly both of us at the same time said, "Wait a minute, I'm supposed to have numbing stuff on." And she goes, "Well, how are you doing?" I said, "I'm doing fine." And she goes, "Well, don't do it. You know, I guess we're fine." And I had the best cup that I've had in 10 years. So I called Dave and I said, "I can't believe this." And he goes, "Oh yeah, I forgot. That's another reason I'm so excited about this product, is because someone is a dentist that is in Advocare, and she was suggesting to her patients that they use it. And the ones that did, she noticed that their overall dental health was improved. So I'm really excited about this, and I'm excited that other people might be able to have energy to be able to get through their day and feel good, lose weight if that's what they intend, but just to be able to feel good. And if you feel good, life is better, right? So I want to introduce Dave. He's here tonight to tell us all about this, and Dave has been in it for 4 years. He's a great guy. He's lost a ton of weight from everything that I have seen because I don't know him very well. I just recently met him over the last couple of months. But he encouraged me to go to a meeting, a mixer, on a Friday night because I was just doing the product. And then I was exposed to the business end of it, and I got extremely excited about it. And Dave is going to tell us all about every aspect of this product. And any questions you have, don't hold back.
Well, thank you for a great job.
Oh, yeah. So.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna tell you everything. We'll be here all night. We don't want to do that. I know I don't want to be here all night. I'd love spending time with Barb and everyone here, but we're going to kind of give you an overview of what Advocare is all about. Okay. And for the most part, we do two things. I mean, the products dramatically improve people's health, whether it's overall wellness or sports performance or aches and pains or muscle gain. There's over 90 products that address all those things. They work fantastic. We'll talk about that. The other thing it does is because the products work so well, there's a fantastic business opportunity with it. And, we'll talk more about that too. That may or may not be for you, and that's not for me to decide, and I don't want you to think it right now. This is not about convincing anybody to do product or do business. Okay, all we're here for today is let you know what is this doing for us, what's it done for me, what's done for others. If you see a fit someplace, we're going to be here, to help you. So with that, there's kind of 4 ways to get involved with Advocare. And I'll show you really quick here. There's, it's kind of like a menu. Okay, so one is you may just see some products here that you say, I want that spark. I feel good. I got focus. Okay, and we'll talk about that. You could just buy retail. Another option is you may say, I don't like paying full price for anything. If I can get a good deal on something, I'm a Costco guy. I go to those places. We do a lot of shopping at Goodwill. I love getting secondhand stuff that's in great shape. So we started as a wholesale customer. You sign up, you get a discount. No gimmicks, no auto ships, none of that kind of stuff. You just buy what you want when you want. Number 3 is a distributor. That's someone that says, I wouldn't mind just sharing this with friends and family. Maybe, hey, a couple $100 here and there a month, that'd be good. Maybe take the family out, on the weekend type thing. Then you have other people that are business advisors, where those are people that kind of see a bigger picture of what Advocare is doing for others. Maybe someone, they don't quite maybe like that job. They like to make a career change. They'd like to kind of get a different path here. And that's what number 4 is. I always say too, there is a 5th option. Number 5 is this is all crazy. You guys are drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm out. But I can almost guarantee you're going to hear something tonight with this that someone in your mind is going to pop in mind that, maybe so-and-so be interested in this. And that's the time to get them in touch with Barb or Kristen here and, let them know, you need to talk with them. I don't know if it's for you or not, but they're helping a lot of people. I thought of you. I wanted to connect you guys. Okay. So 1 through 3 or 5, just kind of think about that. As we kind of run through things here today. I also want to thank Rob and Teresa for showing up. Now they're in North Olmsted right here, and I'll have to show their story in a little bit. But they're here locally, want to come on by. I've had a chance to meet them because of Advocare. They're not like in our organization or connected anyway, but just it's kind of how we work with Advocare. It's more like a family atmosphere of we're all here to help each other. Without financial gain or connections. It's just kind of the culture of what this whole thing has been, for me. So with that, there's, let's talk about the products first. Okay. One thing for me is I was really concerned of, one of the first questions I had is, well, are they safe? Let me back up. I'll share my product story, how I got started here. And this is probably really unfair for John if he's ever watching. So I'm going to step back over in this corner for a second here because, if he's watching, he's like, actually looking at people. Who's actually talking? So basically, I 4 years ago, a friend shared this with me. And at that time of my life, my first spark was in October of 2010. And at that point in my life, I was in the worst health, worst shape of my life. My highest weight, I wasn't sleeping good. I was the guy drinking 3 of those Monster Energy drinks just to get through the day. I'd rise, crash, get headaches when I stopped drinking them. It was bad. Well, what happened is I had lost my corporate job back in 2009. I was struggling and trying to start other businesses, putting a lot of hours in, I'm married with 3 kids, and I wasn't going to give up the volunteer work I did as Scoutmaster or Boy Scout troop. I didn't want to sacrifice that. So what did I do? I sacrificed myself. It put me in a deep rut with my health. Friends shared this with me. I had that first spark, and I had a smooth mental focus I had not had in my entire adult life. Like, wow, I'm relaxed, but I have energy. This is good. What else you got? He said, do the challenge. I did the challenge. It's our 5 core products we'll talk about in a second. I dropped 10 pounds the first 24 days. My goal is 15. I'm like, this is awesome. I got 11 months, 5 more pounds to go. I was sleeping better though. My aches and pains were gone. And I felt good. And I was on a barrel roll. What happened is within 3 months, I was down 32 pounds. It took 6 inches off my waist. I actually went to my doctor to make sure I was okay because I'm like, is that kind of fast? He's like, your stats are better than they've been said. No, and you keep doing whatever it is you're doing. Now, the last time I was there for an annual physical, he's asking for my business cards. So, I said, well, I'm doing something right now. My doctor's asking me about how to get healthy. So, you know, that got me going on the products. My sister asked, what are you doing? I says, you know what? I don't know. Work for me. Talk to my friend Chris. He's the one coaching me. He helped my sister and brother-in-law drop the combined 90 pounds in 6 months. That started getting my attention. My son needed to gain weight because as a freshman in high school, he weighed 98 pounds, and he came home and says, Dad, I sent him for rugby. Rugby. Okay, that looks pretty brutal. 2 months, we added 20 pounds on his frame. At least got him with 116 before rugby, season. Now he's a senior. He's doing much better. He's, to 145, but no fat in his kid whatsoever. So he gained muscle. My wife did the challenge. She gained a half pound, but tightened up everywhere. She weighs 105 pounds. So it wasn't about weight loss. It was about her just feeling better. She stopped her Dr. Pepper in the morning. She stopped in the afternoon. She stopped her hot tea with honey in the morning. The biggest thing for me is I feel so much better. I literally feel 20 years younger. Okay, so before I was going to kind of look at this beyond, this is good for me, I'm like, okay, before I tell anyone what the heck I'm doing, is it safe? So one thing that got me is the science behind the products. And I'm not a nutritionist, but if you turn to page 19 in there, these doctors are what got my attention. I've actually met most of them, and I've spoken with them. The one that I love is Dr. Stanley Dudrick. If you know anyone that's ever been fed nutrition through the vein, it's because of him. He's the father of intravenous feeding. He was asked to be Surgeon General during the Nixon administration. His whole focus, he came to Advocare. He saw the quality nutrition we were designing to have the best quality product out there, and he asked to become a part of Advocare. He uses product, he talks about products. He's part of the science that decides what was in these products. He doesn't need Advocare. He has a hospital in Italy named after him. He has a wing at Yale named after him. He is our advisory to determine, let's make sure it's the highest quality products going in, highest quality ingredients and latest science in these products. So that got my attention. I don't know about this. I know this guy, he has a lot more to lose reputation than anybody I know. Dr. William Kramer is a past president of the National Strength and Conditioning Association. So basically, if you know anyone who studies kinesiology or personal training in college, it's fun because I always mentioned, so have you heard of Dr. Kramer? It's like, oh yeah, he's written a lot of our textbooks. Yeah, he's the one, he's on our SciMed board. He's part of this think tank that decides what was in these products. So I knew they were safe along with the other doctors here, but I knew the products were safe. I knew they were good to put in my body. And then I thought it was kind of cool. Okay, let's take any sports fans in any way, shape, or form. Okay, okay, football. Has anyone heard of Drew Brees before?
Yeah.
Okay, Drew Brees. He's like, Mom. Well, Drew, his stand-up quality guy, Super Bowl MVP. He's been using Advocare for years, and he is our national spokesman. He even has a couple product lines that are now the DB9 products because of how well they work. He decided he's our national spokesman. When he won the Super Bowl, he's being approached by all kind of companies, say, hey, come endorse our stuff, we'll pay you millions. He's like, I've been loyal. I love my Advocare. I love what this does for me. So we actually made him national spokesman. He does get paid, but all the money goes to his Drew Brees Foundation. Okay, he's the only endorser that does get cash compensation. We have hundreds of other professional athletes, top-ranked athletes. They receive no compensation. They turn down offers to be sponsored anything else to be an endorser of Advocare, and all they get is like $3,000 stipend of product a year. That's it. Anyone here of CrossFit or know what kind of CrossFit is? Mm-hmm. Okay. Rich Froning, he's the 4-time CrossFit champ. couple 100,000 people enter it. He's won it 4 times. Okay, he's been using AviCare for years. He's an AviCare endorser. Again, turning down all kind of contracts in order to endorse this. Why? The products are safe, and the testing the products go through. The testing the products go through is by a third party, so people know. Don't take our word for it. Here's third-party testing over in Great Britain that certifies and shows our products are free of banned substance. So anyone in college, any college athletes, pro athletes, Olympic athletes can take our products and they know they can trust them because of the other testing our products are gone through. Okay, so all that being said, that is why I trust the products here. But what I want to do right now, because I know other people here had success on products. And I want, let's see, Liz, you're on what, and put her in the spot, I know, I didn't tell her, of course not.
Yeah,
What day are you on, and what effects have you felt from the products so far?
Well, do you want me to tell my son's story first?
Yeah, start with that. Start with that.
Okay, my son, and we make no medical claims, but my son has ADD. And he has trouble concentrating, especially when he's doing homework and there's all these studies saying that, they have to be more careful when they drive, they should, all these different things. And I have done a lot of research, and Dr. Amon has done a ton of research on ADD and is sort of the international authority, and he's on PBS when they have fundraisers or whatever. Anyway, he broke down different supplements that have been often found helpful to people with these issues. And I had been thinking I would try to go to Vitamin Shop and try to figure it out and bring the list and do all that. But when I looked at Spark, some of the amino acids were what was recommended. And so I thought, well, this would be interesting. I'll give him a Spark and see how he does. And he immediately said, I think it's really helping. Well, now, unfortunately, or fortunately, my son will not go to work without a Spark. He will not do his homework without a Spark. He will not do anything that requires focus and attention. And he just can't believe the difference. So right then I was hooked. And then wanting to lose weight, which is always such joy, especially in the spring when you think, okay, got to do something. So I started the program. I believe I'm on day 12, and so far, and I actually, before I started really watching it because I didn't want to lose the first 5 pounds that are really easy to lose while I was on it. I know that it's weird, but whatever. So I lost the 5 pounds, and then I started it, and as I said, I've been on it 12 days. And I know I've lost some inches, but I haven't measured myself in the last few days. But I've lost an additional 7.5 pounds so far. And so, so anyway, that's but the good thing, my issue is, first of all, when I'm on a diet, I always feel starving. I'm going to talk too much. You're going to be really sorry.
No, I'm with you.
Okay.
All right, we're close. Well, let me ask you this though. When we first talked about weight, okay, and we talked about I asked you, what are the reasons why you want to lose weight?
Right.
Okay, when it's feeling good. Okay, so I know you told me there's with the callus things. What are the things that before you knew that the scale was going down? How did you feel different when you started on the challenge?
Well, the big thing is when I start reducing calories, I tend to get more tired, and then every third day or so, I sort of fall off the wagon. And I haven't fallen off the wagon yet because I have enough energy, because I think your body tells you if you are really reducing calories and you're tired, that you need calories because you're tired, and that's going to fuel you. And so, but I can't believe it. I even have ice cream in the freezer, and for me that's really
And it's still in the
it's
freezer.
still in the freezer.
Just checking.
Yeah, and that's a miracle. In fact, I told my neighbor, and she's like, well, I'm gonna have to do this too then. So
What I like is a bunch of know Liz knows that she knows all about nutrition, knows so much ingredients and everything else. My favorite thing from her was, about a product called Catalyst, how much strength she has working out. She goes, I know this ingredient, that ingredient, and then this Catalyst stuff. She goes, I have no idea how this works. I feel great. I'm like, see?
Well, because I analyzed, a few of the other, and then I thought, well, it seems that they know what they're doing, so I don't have to worry about that one.
You just know it works.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then, Barb, I know you shared your story about what it's already done for you, and Teresa, Bob, let me have you share just in a minute, because I want to have you share your whole story about what this has done for you and why you're doing this too here. But really quick, I want to, what is this challenge thing here? And basically, there's our 5 core products, but I want to play one quick story for you here first off the DVD. So even though they're watching us, they can't see what's on the screen here, but we're going to go to the products work. And let's see, I'm going to, let's see. Yeah, like I said, there's, whether it's weight gain, sports performance, we have something that's going to cover everything. I really do like, Anne's story here, so I'm just going to play.
2 years ago, I weighed almost 250 pounds in a size 20, like a prisoner, trapped in my body. Started a 24-day challenge, lost 18 pounds in 24 days. 8 months later, I went from a size 20 to a size 8. Felt like an absolutely different person. Today, I've lost 118 pounds from a 20 to a 4. That wasn't even my goal. So it's just been fun just to get healthy and feel better. And because of AppleCare, now I feel like I have a completely different life. I no longer make excuses for not doing activities with my children, but I look for things. It's restored my self-confidence. I believe that it has made me a better man, made me a better wife, a better mom, because when you feel better, I think you do better. So today, it's an amazing journey. It's restored my health.
Well, one part I love about that too, the last time I showed this to someone, it's like, oh yeah, that husband knows his thing. He shook his head, yes.
Disagreeing,
Yep,
yeah.
I'm agreeing with everything you're saying. So what's the challenge? Okay, now we have over 90 products. The challenge where we start people, because that's that reset. It's how to get you, this is about your long-term health. How do we get your body working better, absorbing better, functioning better? And that's what the challenge does here. So there's kind of 2 phases. One's like a cleanse phase. Anyone done a cleanse before? Anyone done any nasty, like disgusting? I can't even want to hear that word. You cleanse. I know that's what I thought. It's like cleanse. You gotta be kidding me. No. Yeah. Gentle, uneventful. Stewardess, pilots, teachers, nurses do the cleanse and don't have an issue with it. You're still eating food during all this, but what you have here is you have a fiber drink, herbal cleanse tablets, and probiotics. Think about it as an oil change for your car. That's why you do it so it works better, burns better. Change a lint and you take the lint out of your dryer trap. Why? So it burns better and works better. That's all this does. Gentle, uneventful. The probiotics in here, though, they wake up your body's ability to absorb good nutrition. So after you clean it out, your cravings are gone. The probiotics help wake up things so your body absorbs things a lot better. And also during that phase, you're also doing omega-3s. So these are like good fats that wash away the bad fats. Okay, so that's good. It's good to have fat. The good fats wash away the bad fats. It also helps with hair, skin, nails, complexion, your joints, overall body inflammation. It attacks. Okay, so it's just a great core wellness product to have, during that phase 2. And I can't forget how you start every day anyways. You start with Spark. Okay, this has been my feet hit the floor, grab a Spark first thing in the morning every single day for the last 4 years. I do a second one about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it gives me the energy I need. Mental focus, mental ability to kind of stick with and feel I can take on everything throughout the day. So after the first 10 days, now we've kind of reset. Now we're kind of going into that max phase. And this is kind of like that wow phase. You start day 11, it's like now we're getting all this extra good nutrition in your body. This MS Strip Pack, that's what that is. It's like a dump truck of nutrition. It's getting your thermogenics, it's getting your probiotics, it's getting your body metabolism kicked in, it's giving you some energy. It has some omegas in there as well. So you don't have to think about, well, I need to take this, this, and this. Easy Strip Pack. You're doing that around breakfast, around lunch, every day. But speaking of breakfast, what I love is I was not, I ate stuff for breakfast. It wasn't always a good choice. Well, let me see, always wasn't. Hardly ever was the right choice. I thought they were good choices. I was doing the cashew cereal and lactate milk. Then I was crashing an hour later and grabbed a Snickers bar. But I started with this shake. They taste phenomenal. They're so quick and easy to do. 24 carbs, 24 protein, kicks your metabolism every single morning. These are fantastic. With the challenge, then the other thing I highly recommend everyone do is Catalyst. Catalyst is a branched chain amino acid. What this does, this is kind of like shrink wrap in a bottle. What's it do? It protects your muscles. Your body attacks the fat. Your body's burning. It wants to go after muscle. Honestly, when you feed your muscles better, it's going to go after and burn fat. So Catalyst 2-3 times a day, it makes a big difference. It helps with recovery with workouts. Do before workouts. I do it first thing in the morning and before I go to bed, empty stomach, and also before I work out. So 3 times a day with it. Makes a huge difference with that. So that's the core products. And then usually people ask, okay, well, I did this reset. I kind of got on the right track. Now what do I do? And really that's up to you, totally. What we look at and say, if you like, how you feel, how you doing, how's your energy, how you sleeping, okay? Most people decide to on good health. They're going to say, I want to stay in that max phase, having that spark, having that shake, start your breakfast off right, filling those nutritional gaps. It keeps your appetite control in check. It keeps your body burning. It keeps your GI tract functioning well. Simple. Just stick with that. So like I said, I initially dropped 10 pounds first 24, went on to lose 32. Other people I know, they drop only 6 pounds in the 24-day challenge, went on to lose 50. It's really about a lifestyle change. How do we get you on the right track long term, not about some short-term fix. Eating habits change. Just the way you desire food will be different. If there's some things we need to clean up, we do that. And it's not about a list and a checklist. It's about that coach. It's about Barb. It's about Liz. It's about Kristen. It's about them being in your hip pocket, talking every couple of days. How you feeling? How you doing? Because we're locking arms doing this together. It isn't about here's some product, go have fun, good luck. It's what are your goals, and we're working together until we get you there. That's what I love. When I say that, it just stands up my sorry. That's what the products are doing for people. I've helped people from ages 5 to up into their 80s. Get results on the products. It's what do you need to. What are your health goals? What do you want to get better? What do you think you're lacking? My kids with vitamin C, my kids with these crayon shoes, and the one of those purple champs. How you get good omegas in kids? I'm not going to have fish oil, but they need good stuff for their brain activity. Okay, how do we get them that stuff? Because how many kids want to take vitamins? I can't get I stop my kids from having the chews we have because no, only 2 a day. No, that's it. No, did you already have yours yet? Yeah, I already had it. Okay. It's literally, it's funny. They make like validators or like the lemon heads with the citrus things. So, okay. So because the products work so well, I just went through, because it works so well, that's why there's a business opportunity here. So let's deal with some elephants in the room. I had these objections in my head because I was opposed to this whole business thing out of the gate for quite some time. Because a couple of things. One, I don't want to sell. That's the first one. I don't want to sell. What was the next thing? I don't have the time. At the time, I was a Scoutmaster, Boy Scout, true public official, real estate investor, starting a small architecture firm, married 3 kids, involved in church. You kidding me? You want me to do something else? I need less to do. Okay, so those are my first 2 objections. What's the other one too? The other one was like, is it like one of those pyramid things? This whole market, those pyramid things, right? Okay, so let's talk about that one first. So, I thought about, okay, what's a pyramid? Those things where only the people up top make more money, and all the people down here just have to do all the work, and these people make all the money, and there's really nothing you can do about it. Oh, like the corporate job I had for 14 years before I lost it. No matter how hard I worked, I was only going to go so high. The manager always made more than me. This guy always made more than him. The guy in charge of him always made more than here. And the president, no matter what you did, is going to earn more. And there's nothing I can do about it. They control my complete schedule, and I work hard to help them build their fortune. Okay, so is this a pyramid? I can go out and earn 10 times the person who introduced me. Barb can earn 10 times what I earn in Advocare. Because in this business, it's strictly about those helping the most people get healthy, earn the most. So, I like that. We don't get paid to sign anybody up. The only way people earn money is if product's moving. The only reason for anyone to buy product is because they're benefiting from it. Because there's no obligation to purchase product. You buy what you want when you want. So we have the finest products, which is why people continue to buy the products, which is why people continue to earn income with Advocare. This year we'll do $1 billion in US volume, which means $600 million is going to be paid out to distributors, you know, like the people sitting in this room this year alone. So pyramid, no, it's like the furthest thing, you know, from a pyramid. This is where the playing field's level and it's based on your desire to go out and help other people. Okay, so number 2 is the I don't want to sell. You know what? I don't want to sell. I've never gone door to door. I never will go door to door. You know, to me, if you decide to do something, great. If you don't, that's fine. That's your decision, not mine. My job is strictly to be a messenger and say, this is what's doing for other people. Here's some options we could do for you. If you're interested, let me know. We'll help you. If timing's not right, yeah, that's fine. Maybe we'll be later. Keep this in mind because we're going to go help a lot of other people. Okay. 3 was, I don't have a time. If you don't have a time now, I'd probably ask you, when do you think you will? If you don't like your circumstances, when do you think that time, when is that going to change? So for me, I realized, you know, I gave Chris an excuse to introduce me to this for 8 months out of time. I got to get these things in order first. He met me for lunch once a month for 8 months. That 8th month, he asked me the same question again. He asked me the question, hey, Dave, so you ready to look at this? And before I could answer, he goes, let me guess. You got to get some things and figure things out. You don't have time yet. And it kind of hit me. I am still telling him the same identical thing 8 months later. Nothing's changed. You know what? Now we fast forward 4 years. Most of those excuses I gave him back then, I still have my life right now, but I've been doing a part-time business with Advocate, helping a lot of people earning additional income at the same time. So it was more to decide making that time for that, making the time for this has been freeing up my time to spend the afternoons with my kids at school, to coach rugby, to do these other things. It's providing more time by investing a little bit of time, you know, on a very part-time basis over however long it has been now. So those are my objections, and that's kind of how it took me a while to kind of come to social, you know, like be willing to put my ego at the door, check my ego at the door, and say, okay, let's take a look at this. So let's talk really briefly about this opportunity here. I guess this is where I want, you know, Teresa, why don't you share kind of how you got involved in Advocare and kind of what it's done for you so far? And
we both started January 2010. I was the heaviest weight I'd been, drinking 2 pots of coffee a day for energy, which wasn't getting it. I was on high blood pressure medication, cholesterol medication, Nexium for acid reflux. Did the 24-day challenge, lost 20 pounds in 24 days, 9.5 inches. Kept on the M&S and Spark for another month, lost another 10 pounds for a total of 30. Added in our performance products, proteins and stuff like that. And I went from 32 to 17% body fat and put on 20 pounds of muscle. I kept it off for 5 years. Take probably about 12 to 15 products a day, both of us. And you can tell us what it's done for our finances.
Well, busy, yes, we are very busy. We have 5 kids and 4 grandkids. We both work multiple jobs. And on an average, we do Advocare maybe 4 hours a week. And our most recent check was $1,700 for a 2-week pay period. Bob is a police officer. I'm a hairdresser, but I only cut hair 1 day a week because I've had 4 surgeries on this hand alone. And just not working for us anymore. So we decided that we were going to make this a plan B, and it was going to help us. Our house went into foreclosure. We had a lot of circumstances come about, and we kind of put our heads down and decided, you know what, let's just start sharing it with people and just be honest about what it's doing for us. And we just got our highest paycheck. It was $1,700 for a 2-week pay period. And that's pretty substantial in somebody's life. We said, quick, really $500 would be really, really good for us. It would really help us. And we're doing things with our kids and paying stuff off and getting out of a huge hole that we never ever thought was possible. I mean, we were just very bleak, like living the American dream. You know what I mean? So if somebody says to you, I'm not selling anything, you're not selling anything. You're giving people hope for the rest of their life to have a better way of life. So we have had an amazing 5 years, and we are on our way to being full-time, retired, doing our own thing. So it's very exciting, very exciting. Thank you.
Going on our 4th cruise next week.
Yes, we're leaving Saturday.
No, Cleveland.
well, and what I'm going to do here too is Amy's having some trouble logging in there, so I'm going to actually pop her on this, and she can. I might even tell her we're in the whole room open. bunch of people. But Amy's been fantastic. She's the one who helped coach me, and I know you've had a chance to talk with her.
Hello.
Hey, Amy, you're on a speakerphone, a whole room full of people here.
Fantastic. How are you guys all?
Hi.
Oh my goodness. And I'm so sorry because I did not have a webinar jam. So, but you know what? You guys are in luck because I did not get a shower today. So,
Too much information.
just the way it goes. Just the way it rolls. So how did your meeting go?
Well, we're
What
still.
did you guys learn? Did you learn anything?
We're still learning.
Yeah, they're
We're
still learning, but I wanted to give a chance. I said a little bit about you. Maybe you just share your background, what it's doing for you, and just they already know how much I've said you've done for me and everything here. So, yeah, just thought it'd be nice to have you kind of say a few words, maybe just show a bit of your story, and we're all part of the same team here.
Sure, you got it. Well, thanks so much. And just know you all are in awesome hands. I've been super blessed. I would not have known Gabe or his wife Leslie or their 3 beautiful kids if it wasn't for the world of AdvoCare. So that's really the beauty of AdvoCare. The 6th way we get paid is relationships. And we have friends all over the country, and we're just super blessed. So you're blessed to have him tonight in his time, and thankful for you, Dave. So, and the rest of you, I can't wait to meet you face to face, but I'll just take a few minutes just to share, I knew nothing about AdvoCare. I come from a background of personal training and fitness. That was my passion for 20 years. I always share that 18 out of the 20, I bucked supplementation. I did not think it was necessary. Eat right, sleep right, exercise, hydrate correctly, and you're good to go. And what changed was 5 years ago, AdvoCare interrupted my life. We just had the 4th baby. I was 38 years old, drinking a pot of coffee a day, and I thought it was my job to drive through Starbucks. It had just opened here in Medina. This is where we live. And I was just exhausted. And a friend of mine, Brad Nelson, introduced Spark to me. And I thought, here we go. One of those things. I had scar tissue from before. Said, no, Dudley, this is different. I jumped on the 24-day challenge, which you would have gone through, and in 6 weeks, dropped 10 pounds, 5 inches, 2 sizes. Really what happened, I like to share, is my super mama patience returned, my smile returned, and I felt better. Spark replaced my coffee habit, the shakes replaced my cereal habit, everything else just filled in the gap, and I wanted nothing to do with the business. I wanted to get to 40%, and I went all in right off the bat because I knew my husband had a serious diet soda habit, and I knew it was going to take a little while to get him on board. But then I just wanted to change the habits of our household. So we jumped in 40%. Again, no intention for business. And all of a sudden, people started asking, what are you doing? You're shrinking. Your smile's back. I'm like, I don't know if AdvoCare Spark. Want to try it? They try, and they go, what is it? I'm like, I have no idea. I was like, I have no idea. Here's the deal. My friend Brad lives in Minnesota. He's helping me, and I want you to hear it like I did. And so I would connect on the phone just like this, and I'd introduce, and I'd be quiet, and then Brad would share a story, talk about AdvoCare. That's kind of how I learned. Well, lo and behold, our first check was $74.94. And I'm like, how'd I get that? And he's like, you were connecting me, and they bought. I'm like, oh, all right, well, that's kind of cool. The first month was a little over $3,000. And then again, I called him. I'm like, what are we doing? He's like, you're connecting me, I'm helping them, they're excited, and they're buying products. And I'm like, all right, I think I need to pay attention here. So, lo and behold, 5.5 years later, we've been around. I am a work from home, stay-at-home mom of 4. My husband still has his corporate job that he loves, and AdvoCare paid us over 6 figures this past year. And I do not share that to brag, I share it. That means we're helping a lot of people with their health or with their finances, or both. And that's totally up for you to decide. So I'm just super excited to be able to share that. We are blessed to be here in Medina and be able to help all of those in Ohio. Cleveland is slow. Know that. It's coming. Now that we have you guys, we are just, we're super excited. Columbus market blew up 5 years ago. Then it went down south, Cincinnati, Dayton, and it's coming this way. And we just have a team of champions, and we're looking to lock arms with people who want the health. Everyone can use the health. the finances are both really to put AdvoCare in Cleveland on the map. And so with that, that's basically my story. And I am honored to be able to share it. Thank you for your time.
Thank
David,
Thank you.
David,
Thanks,
help
Amy.
you guys?
No, I think we're good. We're just gonna go talk about poop now, if that's okay.
What are you guys talking about? What are you talking about now? Are you guys talking about me?
No.
Awesome. I
Yeah,
love
because
it.
we know we talk about it all the time. So yeah, it's something that becomes a topic to get healthy. So, like you said, we have to talk about it. So, all right, Amy, well, hey, thanks for taking the time here. And, I assume you're out of your pajamas by now. So it's time to go.
No, I'm not. All day. No, all day.
All right. Thanks, Amy.
All right, thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, she's fantastic. She, just so funny because she'll be outside, like, people are asking, like, why you're getting your kids on the bus in the morning, and then we see you, like, we know you're home and you're still in your pajamas, you're getting kids off the bus, and she talks to people all day. She's coached people all around the country. AdvoCare's paying her 6 figures now. She gets on the go with her wherever she goes. Like the one day, she just got to the gym. She had to come to a meeting last night, and she's like sending this message like, "Yep, still in the pajamas, 4:20. Got to get changed. Got to do some business presentation. Get home, get my face put on, and get back up there." It's like it's all good. Because what's done for her is, her oldest wanted to go to Ed's. That wasn't in the plans. Ed's is like 12 grand a year.
Yeah.
So it's like, she basically told her husband, "Okay, Bob, I got this. So now what just happened is now Sam. He now said, I want to go to Ed's too. It's like, okay, got this. Got to talk to more people about Spark. So now both of them are going to be going there too. And what she really wanted options where when Bob loves his corporate job, but she wants to give him options that if he ever decides he wants to walk away from it, he can. So that's what she's fighting for with that. Really quick in myself, I guess what happened when I lost my corporate job back in 2009, and I just thought I got more hours in. I just got, I don't want to work for someone else again. I'm going to go ahead and, start this little architecture. I'm going to maybe rehab more houses and just put hours and hours and hours thinking that's how I have to get ahead. And so when AdvoCare came along, I wasn't really looking for AdvoCare, but it kind of found me at the right time because I allowed myself to open my eyes up and take a look at it. And a couple of things started to change for me. One is I decided that I no longer accepted the idea that the only way to be successful is to go get a degree, learn a specific skill, and go work 40 hours a week for 40 years in the hopes of having a good retirement. I no longer accepted that I would have to always have someone else tell me if I could take off and go see my kids in the afternoon. I wasn't going to accept anymore that the amount of time that I had for vacations was going to be limited. I may have to make a decision about whether I could spend time or go see something with my kids on a weekend or for a long weekend, or I got to watch and I only have so many vacation days to use. And I thought that's what we just had to do. I didn't know there was options. What AdvoCare has taught me is that there are options. And I thought, tell people, if AdvoCare is not your thing, that's fine business-wise. But I first and foremost want people to realize you have options. You don't have to have a life that way. You can design the life you want. You don't have to have the talent. You just have to have the desire. So that got me looking at things a heck of a lot differently. Now it became, this is what's going to allow me to walk away from a couple of my architecture firm on real estate by the end of this year. It's going to allow me to spend more time. I saw my daughter perform in a play for the first time this past week, and she was in full production. She loved it. And I'm watching these kids up there. And what I want is, I'm already now coach. Now I'm coaching football. I'm coaching high school rugby. I'm thinking, wow, I'd love to be there and help out with a play and spend time with my kids. This is the prime time to spend time with them.
The Peter Pan one?
The Peter Pan Jr.
Yeah.
Oh, it was fantastic. You would never know these were 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. There's just no way. It's such a great job. But I want to be there for that, and I want to help them and be able to spend more time and help with that. So what am I fighting for? My mission is to help other people. My purpose is to have the financial freedom that I didn't think was possible. Get rid of the mortgage, get rid of the other payments, and with that comes the time freedom. When you get rid of that, when you have that freedom, that makes all other freedoms possible. So that's why I'm doing this, and that's why I'm excited to help, Kristen, Barb, whoever else wants to be a part of this, because we are putting this area on the map. As Amy said, this area is not huge yet of AdvoCare, but it's a household name. Major League Soccer, it's on TV. There's AdvoCare commercials happening over here. There's endorsers in every NFL locker room. There's bowl games, AdvoCare bowl games. AdvoCare is doing all that for them, but the priorities of the company are clear. Your faith, your family, your job, and if you choose AdvoCare as a business, AdvoCare is number 4. Can that eventually move to number 3? Absolutely. If you desire, you can. It should never come before 1 and 2. You know, the number one principle is honor God through your faith, family, and friends. I love a company, whatever your beliefs are, it's a company that does not push that on anybody, but stands by it as a foundation of what this company is about. How do we strengthen the family? How do we keep those priorities in mind? So that's basically the overview of what Advocare is all about. That's what we're doing. Those want to lock arms, whether just product, hey, that's fine. Whether it's you want to earn some money, or I really want to know how can we help other people, because we all know people that are not satisfied with their health. We all know people that have some level of financial struggles, or maybe that couple $100 a month will make a big difference in their lives. Maybe it saves a marriage, maybe it's a house out of foreclosure, maybe it's that rent payment, and imagine being the one that actually is the one who shares that with them, and they're the one saying, thank you so much, because this makes such a huge difference in what I'm doing here. So with that, that's the overview of Advocare. Think about that 1, 2, 3, or 4 or 5, and we can chat, and I will be here for a while to answer questions. Okay? That's it.
What about taking daily vitamins? Like I take vitamins on a daily basis in the morning and at night.
Mm-hmm.
Is it conflict at all or overdose you at all with what's already in the product?
Well, I would say that would depend on, let me just pause this. I will stop, I will stop recording here. I know you prefer that, right?